We got ourselves a real motley crew this time. We have an inspector, an assistant, a crazed newspaper person, an alien, and a clone, and myself. This is the weirdest Scooby-Doo episode I've ever seen. All right, it is time for some more Hildibrand adventures. But let's start by talking with everyone first before Hildibrand himself. Brandahild, my calculations may have failed me, but my companions did not. 'Twas your quick thinking that saw the villain laid low, with a tremendous flourish, no less. Yeah, we dunked him. We dunked on him hard.
Poo-poo. Brandahild told me you all went in search of ingredients for my medicine. I am so very grateful.
Delian, the time has come, Jake. Charlian is the beating heart of this conspiracy, and I won't let him hide their machinations any longer.
Nashu. Nice teamwork, Jake.
All right, and finally we get to speak with Hildibrand. Oh, not from around here, and we're gonna get a something. Hildibrand is keen to embark on the next leg of your investigation. Charlian awaits. We need only charter a suitable sea vessel. Of course, but does not the city lie many days' sail to the north? Is there no swifter means of reaching our destination? That's from Brandahild. Why? I need to read the names first, but I'm lazy. Yeah, I can just warp there. So this experimental aetherite will allow us to teleport thither even absent attunement. Splendid! And we shall avail ourselves of the technological marvel forthwith. Yeah, but I'm gonna warn you, it kicks like a mule and you're just gonna walk off that way. Okay. So, thing is, that teleport would normally be over here somewhere. I can go from Charlian to Yellowmad, but I can't really go the other way around. Fortunately, I can just warp there anyways. Let's go to Old Charlian for close to 1,600 gil. Wow. That's like a single dungeon run's worth of money. Like, less than that, actually. Oh, we got some people. What in the world? That's a Jack Skellington look. Just showing that off. Okay. Pardon me, you two? Nope, that's not the door. It is... Oh, here they are. And there you are. Seriously, bro? Seriously. Delian. Oh, God. Save me. Yeah, trust me. It sucks, bro. Nashu. I hope Delian wasn't too attached to his breakfast. Oh. Boo-boo. Oh, when you've traveled the cosmos as much as I have, teleportation is not the least bit disconcerting. Brandahild. How severe is your aether sickness, Master Poo-Poo? Oh, should have talked to him first and then Poo-Poo. What are you doing? I'm hearing something. Oh, wait. I think I know. Yep! Yep! Had to get that on camera, didn't I? Hildibrand. So this is the city of learning. A sophisticated gentleman should feel right at home here. Oh, how are you not all sick to your stomachs?
Experimental aetherites make travel exponentially more fun.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm the only normal person in this group of eccentrics. I mean, what about me? But then again, I did just dunk a goblin inside of a robot shooting a laser at me. Yeah. But this is not the time to succumb to nausea. Not here in the belly of the beast. Rumor has it the Charlian secret agents travel the star in search of specimens, which they collect and bring home in service to a confidential research project. Said project is conducted in a huge underground military facility. If we were to find the answers, then that's what we need to look. Labyrinthos, not a secret agents? You mean gleaners? Or Labyrinthos, not a military facility. Yeah, I'll probably say that, just to really get them going. I say, this Labyrinthos sounds promising. I say we head down there and make inquiries as to the whereabouts of our missing alien friend. We simply take a lift from the Hall of Artifice, yes? Then let us be on our way. I hear that sparkling vomit coming out of my left headphone constantly. Alright, you just stay here and stop stalking, would you? Alright. Speak with Hildibrand. Oh, I actually need to head way up. Oh, right. I'm in an area that I can't just warp to, so I gotta, well, right now I'm walking because the aetherite was down here, but I'm already on my way here. Besides, Old Charlian's actually quite a nice place when you take a good look at it. You know, if it wasn't snowing. Summonous Midgard Stormer. Very nice. We go this way into the forum. Around here, there's Chamberlain, or Chamberlo, however you pronounce that. Get a little faster with the walking. Oh yeah, I really should have jump cut this section, but okay, that person beat me. I forgot there's a quicker way here. Whatever. In fact, this person might actually be doing the MSQ, because you do need to go this way for the MSQ. But here we are. Delian! No, thank you. I am much recovered. I should have talked with Nashu first. If you're still feeling poorly, my all-purpose cure can perk you right up. Brandahild.
The city's archives are said to be bursting with knowledge of countless peoples accumulated over the centuries. I should very much like to peruse the shelves once we have attended to our main mission.
So I am purposely changing his voice slowly but surely to be more Hildibrand as time goes on, just in case you're wondering if I'm that forgetful, if you're watching the VODs on YouTube.
What beautiful architecture! Charlian is clearly one of your more advanced civilizations.
All right, Hildibrand.
Ah, these must be the lifts in question.
Do you wish to descend into Labyrinthos, sir?
Yep, I saved your world, didn't I?
My apologies, but each of your companions must also secure the proper permissions before we can allow them entrance.
If it is assurances you need, then surely a single glance is all you require to judge us trustworthy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna fly, buddy.
I could certainly make some judgments, but that's neither here nor there. An admission to Labyrinthos is subject to foreign policy.
You're the ones who should be judged. I know you're hiding aliens and xenotechnology in that underground base of yours. Admit it.
Xenotechnology? I sincerely have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yet again do our paths cross in most serendipitous fashion.
I'm just calling my shot. That's Godbert. Yep.
Father, what business brings you to Charlian? I am in search of a certain object, one crucial to the continued refinement of the Manderville weaponry. My investigations lead me to believe it is to be found here, in Labyrinthos. And as you also seem to have business down below, this is my son and his bosom companions. If I vouch for their character, will you kindly allow them to board the lift?
Ah, Master Godbert Manderville. The forum sent word of your impending arrival. As a member of the Syndicate, your ambassadorial status affords you an entourage of up to 5 members. Pray consider their permissions arranged.
I know not your current mission, but for the time being, I suggest you accompany me to the Archean.
Yeah, you show him. You show him. Ah, this place. The music is weirdly carnival-like. But yeah. Looks like I've got a way to go. I'll just jump cut this to save a little time. Okay, somewhere over here, there they are. Alright, I'm just gonna double check. No stalker. No, I don't see the stalker right offhand. Oh, and as for those of you wondering why I'm pulling out an umbrella when it's raining, that looks like a fat cat. There we go. Yeah, it's called Fashion Sweetie. Look it up. Best umbrella in the game, hands down. Nashu!
We're underground, but above ground at the same time.
Delian? An underground archive with such an extravagant recreation of an outdoor habitat? What innocent purpose could it possibly serve? Oh, but of course, they're performing simulations to hone their strategy for aiding the aliens in their invasion of the world above. Man, you crazy. Brandahill?
What an incredible vault of accumulated curiosities. I should very much like to return here once our mission is complete.
Godbert?
Charlian's structures truly are a work of art, simply inspiring.
Boo-boo. Ah, they have transformed the subterranean environment into one more suited to the surface beings. I am reminded of the orbital stations built by my own home star.
Hildibrand.
From what Father tells me, this storage facility is replete with samples and specimens collected from every land on Etheris. If anyone has information concerning visiting aliens and crashed starships, it will be these studious folk.
A shiny silver saucer? I'm sorry, but we have no record of any such object in our archives, either whole or in part. Or so you would have us believe, but the purpose of this complex, this military fortress, is plain. You cannot deny that you're conducting secret research on alien starships. We are not conducting secret research on alien starships. Yes, we did build a starfaring vessel in Thalmazine, but it was neither for military purposes nor of extraterrestrial origin. Disguising your foul lies with a sprinkling of truth, are we? Fine, I'll dig up the facts myself, and then everyone will hear what you're really up to. While I cannot assist you with your missing craft, I do recall seeing an individual of like appearance to your companion here.
You do? And where was this, pray tell?
At Marial Argonomics in the medial circuit. The lift at the back of the building will take you down there.
Many thanks, my good man. Well, well, it seems you found yourself a solid lead. I have my own search to attend to, so I shall bid you good hunting and good day. Another round of in-depth inquiries by the Agent of Inquiry and friends is in order. To Mariel Argonomics we go.
I might say ergonomics, but it does agronomics. Agronomics. Wow, I am agronomics as in agriculture. Okay, I am an idiot. I should have gotten more sleep last night, apparently. Okay, I need to go. It's not that far down here. Not really a jump cut worthy thing. Avoid the big B. Oh, all right, speak with Brandahild. What fine and juicy looking grapes. Okay. Ah, yes. Yes, squishy grapes. Hang on, let me just put home on. So, these are what the grapes look like. All right, nope, that's not the button. That's the button. We have Delian over here. Mark my words, I'll find the evidence I require if they can't hide all traces of their alien alliance. Right. Highlander agriculturist. Ah, you must be talking about one of those new Mandragora strains. We whipped up a batch of bright blue stray onions, but I'm afraid they started to rot almost immediately. Not a mandra, you say? Well, the only other bluish things I can think of around here are the grapes. Look how luscious this crop turned out. Oh, that is a meme and a half they're talking about there. Midlander agriculturist. Your description would lead me to believe you're looking for one of the Mandragoras hereabouts. But if, as you say, it's something else you're after, then I'm not sure if I can be of much help. I've only just started working here, so you may have more luck asking the older hands. Okay. Alright, Hildibrand?
If I may, have you perchance come across an individual resembling this delightful blue ragamuffin here?
Actually, now that you mention it... Oh? Poo-poo. How can anyone ever mistake me for a Mandragora? We look nothing alike. Nashi, what do you have to say? Master Poo-poo has found a new friend. Maybe they can help us find the old one. You're... Alright, I saved it to earn myself a quick rest. Just making sure we're not being stalked by that. Same Lalafell. I'm pretty sure they got stopped right at the very top. Lalafell, an agriculturist. Yes, the little blue man. Saw him with my own 2 eyes, I did, and it was no Mandragora. The gleaner in the company of an outside visitor passed through a little while back. Nothing too unusual there, only this friend you described was scuttling about along with them. I know not what purpose brought them to the farm, but whatever it was, they didn't tarry here long. Alright, speak with Hildibrand.
Wonderful! That corroborates the information I but moments ago skillfully squirreled out of this farmer. She claims to be an acquaintance of the gleaner in question, in fact, and will bring him to talk to us shortly.
Is it a male Viera? Because I think I know who this gleaner would be.
Let's round up the others. We should all be present to hear what revelations this professional collector has to share.
Nope, it's a Duskbright. You're the folk asking about the little blue man, yes? Oh, and you've brought someone who's practically identical. You must be the same species, surely. My friend was really here, then. They certainly were. If you've a moment or three, I'll tell you the whole tale. To begin at the beginning, I was in Thavnair on a procurement mission when I crossed paths with an apothecary and his unusual companion. As I mentioned, the companion was almost your twin in appearance, and the wagon they rode upon bore a damaged vessel the likes of which I'd never seen before. Could it be? As a collector by trade, I have a certain weakness for oddities. Thus did I hail the apothecary to try to inquire after his company and his cargo. The man was only too happy to share his story. He had, it seemed, quite recklessly plunged into the war-torn lands of Garlemald to sell his wares, reasoning that where there was conflict, there would be a need for medicinal goods. The state of affairs was rather more volatile than he anticipated, however, and he was soon forced to abandon his venture. And so the apothecary began his long trek home, only to shortly thereafter discover a strange silvery ship and its shaken pilot crash-landed in a snowfield. It cannot be a coincidence. The story continues. After extricating the battered vessel and its occupant from the snow, he brought them home to Razat Han. His guests wished to make repairs to the craft, yet even amongst the wonders of the bazaar, they struggled to find suitable parts. Hearing this, I suggested they bring the wreckage itself to Labyrinthos, and after they agreed to the idea, I escorted them here myself. Alas, even the Thalmazine engineers who worked on the Ark were stymied by the exotic ship, finding its technology impossible to comprehend, let alone replicate. The little blue fellow eventually resorted to drafting schematics. While the engineers followed these step-by-step to craft the essential bits and bobs, the apothecary and his companion were waiting here at Marial. And then what happened? Well, once our industrious visitor had what they needed, they repaired the vessel in a twinkling. The pair then departed almost immediately, and I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. I'm told the apothecary paid a handsome sum for the engineer's services, but being typical Charlians, I wagered they would have happily forfeited the coin for a chance to pore over every square ilm of that ship. Now, I'm no scientist, but I'm beginning to think such an incredible vessel must have been some kind of starfaring craft. And that little blue man, well, he must have been an alien from another world. Or so I'd like to believe. I'm an avid reader of the Thavnarian truth, you see, and I love to entertain these idle flights of fancy. But I've rambled on too long. There are errands to attend to, and I really must take my leave. Good fortune to you.
Can it be true? I have a readership in Charlian!
Perhaps I misjudged these people.
'Twould seem your comrade is hale and healthy, Master Poo-Poo, and in the company of a Hanish alchemist of undisclosed description.
Yes, this is wonderful news. I am grateful indeed that we made the journey.
I have a feeling this case will soon draw to a close. Come, let us return to Razat Han and continue the search.
Alright, speaking with Hildibrand in Razat Han. It's not going to wrap it up, I can tell by the icon color. Alright, where is he? Ah, he's over here. Boy! It's a relief to see that Miss Nashu is hale and whole and still fetching. I wasn't able to sneak into Labyrinthos, so I couldn't watch over her like usual, but I'm here for her now and forever. I will destroy you! Nashu. There and back again in the blink of an eye.
Hildibrand. To summarize our findings, we now know Master Poo-Poo's friend is safe and in the company of a Hanish gentleman, and possibly here on this very isle.
Oh, that does sound promising. Is that Godbird again? Yep, there he is.
Father, you've returned to the city. I trust this means your own investigation was successful? That it was, although laying hands on the object of my desire has been a long and frustrating ordeal, to say the least. Much painstaking research revealed to me the existence of a hereditary Manderville relic, within which slumbers the secrets of weapon augmentation. That though I turned over our ancestral home upside down, I failed to unearth the artifact in question. The reason for its absence became clear when I chanced upon the journal of one of our forefathers. He wrote of a visiting scholar's keen interest in the relic, and how he thus surrendered it into Sharlayan's safekeeping for study. The trail led me to Labyrinthos. As it turns out, the Sharlayans never did find time to conduct their analysis. The custodian and I found the curio tucked away in a dusty corner of the Archeon, still awaiting processing.
And it's a goldsmithing hammer, isn't it? Oh!
And here it is, an oddity every bit as perplexing as Godbrand's cipher-bound manual. How are we to liberate its hidden wisdom?
Huh, that pyramid shape with the eyeball in it, that looks vaguely symbolic and familiar.
Oh, I can help you with that. These devices were made by the Mandervillians, a starfaring race with whom we once traded.
What?
Starfaring? Mandervillians?
Yes, a highly evolved species with a mastery of advanced technologies. Our people shared ideas and inventions, so I am quite familiar with your family's relic. If you so wish, I can have the device project whatever images were stored upon it. A darkened room would afford us the clearest view, however.
Then let us retire to our rooms in comma and dim the lanterns. We must behold these secrets in optimal conditions.
Well, that's a plot twist.
Mandervillians? A coincidental naming, or is there some deeper connection?
I'm assuming it's Mandervillians and not Mandervillains. Both kind of work, but saying Mandervillains sounds wrong, considering that Mandervilles are not villains, really.
Everyone comfortable? Let's see what the device has for us.
So it's a projector. Beam of light. Is it going to do the circle thing? Please tell me it does the circle thing. That's awfully white. Wow. What? What?
I am Godbrand, wanderer of stars and weaponsmith extraordinaire. First Lord of the House Manderville. This is the Godbrand, our founding father. I record this message that my descendants may know the truth of their cosmic origins. The tale is long, but I bid you watch until the very end. Heirs of mine, I am not a man born of this star, or even a man at all. I am of the Mandervillians, a race which hails from the far side of the great expanse.
A puppet show?
Mandervillians are parasitic symbionts. We can only survive by bonding with other life forms. Once our essence has taken root, we supplant the host's mind and strengthen its physical structures, imbuing our new form with a steel-like resilience.
I knew there was something alien about that impossible imperviousness.
Then, through the conjoining of compatible host bodies, we produce offspring which harbor the next generation of Mandervillians. This symbiotic variant eventually takes to the stars in search of potential new vessels, adapting and multiplying. So it was that our race proliferated and spread throughout the cosmos. Until tragically, our flourishing civilization was brought to an abrupt end. Oh! Every planet upon which we Mandervillians resided was visited by an inexplicable calamity. Our societies were brought to ruin by life forms suddenly twisted into horrific nightmares. That sounds rather familiar. So even the stars far removed in time and space were ravaged by the final days. Desperate to avoid the same fate, a comrade and I boarded the ship and fled upward into the starry night. We flew and flew until we found a planet, your planet, untouched by the phenomenon, but the rigors of the journey had so damaged our craft that we were forced to make an uncontrolled descent. I alone crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death, but even as I resigned myself to perishing on this unfamiliar world— I gotta sneeze, one moment.
Sorry about that. Can't really control when I sneeze.
Alright, I alone crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death, but even as I resigned myself to perishing on this unfamiliar world, I was found by a man who had come looking for the falling star. As a rule, Mandervillians do not take intelligent life forms for hosts. After hearing my story, however, this sympathetic gentleman offered to become my vessel of his own accord. He was himself afflicted by an incurable malady, and with little time left to live, seemed content to know that his ailing body could provide safe haven for another. And thus, with his blessing, I set about transferring my essence. The man's form was revitalized and purged of its fatal frailty, yet the mind which dwelled within was now my own. I went on to build a new home for myself, making use of my people's technology to ply the blacksmith's trade. I wed a local lass, and together we had a child. Although not pure Mandervillian, our offspring exhibits the same enhanced physiology, a boon I suspect shall be passed down for generations through the bloodline of House Manderville. My dear descendants, the folk of this star are most fragile, yet as the first man I encountered to demonstrate, they are nevertheless capable of surpassing love and generosity. As the last of the Mandervillians, I have but one request to make of you. Pray employ your superlative attributes and my armory of Manderville armaments for the benefit of these wonderful peoples whom I hold in the highest regard.
Gotta get the Manderville dance out of the way, right? Well, that's a plot twist. What an astounding development. What is that sound? It sounds like a fountain. What is that sound?
I, Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville, shall heed the passionate plea of my illustrious forebear. No case is too big, nor too small should it be in service to my fellow man.
He's learned he's descended from an extraterrestrial being and it's still business as usual. But wait a minute. Then why is Lady Julian so monstrously strong? Is she a descendant of aliens too? That's a good point, Nashu.
Well, well, this is most unexpected. Never did it cross my mind that our esteemed ancestor might hail from beyond the heavens. But I do wonder if that self-same blood still runs thick in our veins. The family tree I glanced over some years ago suggests that... but 'tis unimportant. My present purpose remains unchanged. I will bring our Manderville weaponry to the peak of perfection, for Godbrand, and for the good of our star. Before I forget, I have a gift for you, Shake.
I saw that stalker Lalafell in the background.
Pray await me at the Aetherite Plaza, and I shall bring it to you forthwith.
Okay, sure. Like I'm gonna say no to you. It's like they're cleaning the seats off from just all the crying. And here we are next to Delian. Where is Mandeville? Okay, well, nevertheless, this should wrap up the quest line. Some truths can shatter the foundation of our beliefs when brought to light, but I have to say, this wasn't one of them. The more staggering discovery was that I had devoted readers in Charlian. Those who peruse my publication are allies against the ever-expanding webs of lies and deceit, without exception. I have misjudged the Charlian people. They are not collaborators or the architects of conspiracy. They are but seekers of knowledge, unafraid to plumb the depths of the unknown. Sure. That Master Poo-Poo, though, that one still has ulterior motives. I'll bet my life on it. Stand ready, for we shall have need of your strength when she shows his true colors. Man, just give it up.
I hope you've not been waiting long.
Oh, hey, Godbert, what's up?
This is the gift I mentioned.
Oh, it's a little poo-poo.
Master Poo-Poo's earnest quest inspired me to indulge in a spot of clockwork craftsmanship between weaponsmithing sessions. I thought it only fitting that you be the one to take care for this diminutive simulacrum. Consider it a memento of your adventures together.
Oh, thanks, Godbert. Yay, new minion!
As for our Mandeville weaponry project, your assistance is still very much welcome whensoever you can spare the time. Until then, my dear Shake.
We get the wind-up poo-poo. Will bleed you dry of elixirs if you aren't careful. I think that's a reference to the game that poo-poo is from. And cutscene. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Thavnair. Oh? Lord Van Hoodie, I come with ill tidings. Professor Lugay set an ambush for his nemesis, but was once more defeated. His current whereabouts are unclear. So this is Van Hoodie, huh? That blithering dolt. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay, a clone army of Van Hoodies. What does this accomplish? No matter. Preparations are well underway. The manifestation will proceed as planned. Not entirely sure where this is going to fit into the great Hildibrand story. That's a lot of Erudies. Oh boy. Not a huge fan of this. But another credit sequence. Extraterrestrial calamity. Cosmically altered physiology. A gentleman's man, the first of their clan. An ancestor of quality, our Godbrand Manderville. Truth can be stranger than the tallest tale. See you, Inspector. Well. Man, I want to see how this wraps up because that last chapter is going to be really good, but it won't be available until January because that's how patches work. However, let's take a look at our boy. You can now summon the wind-up poo-poo minion. It is not that one, this one. Look at that little guy. Let's hear him walk. Oh, there we go. He's got the squeaky shoes. All right, yeah. So, like what Delian said, if you're looking for the inspector, he's chasing down a lead on that apothecary who was helping Poo-Poo's comrade. As for myself, I'm closing on the last details for my big expose. I shall let you know when it's time to tear away the veil. So yeah, we have to wait until January to wrap this all up, and I cannot wait for that. So, until next time, everybody, take care.